whiskey vote. Sort of. What do you call something that's no longer 1.0 and is not yet 2.0? But it's lesser than 1.0. It's like we went from here to here and transitioned for going to here.
We're transitional.
All right, today we're doing the bottle.
This is Daniel. This is Rex. This is whiskey.
Today we're doing the bottle that makes Jason Unsworth a patron saint of whiskey.
Jason Unsworth, patron saint of
I almost did a fully balanced.
All right, so
I'm a little dizzy now.
Looks like Bowmore, supposedly pronounced Bowmore.
Bowmore, not
but Bowmore.
For those in the know.
Well, for those that
who like to go to other countries and explain to them how to pronounce their names.
No. This is pronounced Bow with the O-W. Single malt Scotch whiskeys.
Yes, this is a 10. Now, they, for a while, released one called the Tempest. This is supposedly along the same lines or the same whiskey. They had to change the name because of copyright problems only in the US. So now it's called Dorus Mor. So Bowmore, I like Bowmore. I think Bowmore, some people really dislike Bowmore because it's in the same category in their mind as the Dalmores. Okay. Because they add coloring to things and stuff like that.
Yeah, so he's talking about E150.
Yeah.
This is the caramel coloring. In Scotland, you can add it to whiskeys to make it a little bit darker.
But I've always liked Bowmore as a really nice sherry cask Islay.
Okay.
And then their bourbon versions are really nice. And I think for a budget line Islay, the Bowmore small batch is really great.
Well, I thought you were going to say Bowmore is in like the same category as Dalmore. No, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
Flavors are very different.
This isn't Islay, and this is a first fill bourbon barrel, which means it just came over from the U.S.
Okay.
Freshly dumped bourbon. They put scotch into it, and that's what we're tasting.
Is this a relatively low proof? I'm not getting a big punch.
It's 54.9.
Wow, that's lighter on the nose.
Strength.
Lighter on the nose than I was expecting. And then, so the smokiness is there, a little bit of brininess, and then there's a vanilla. I think it's probably from that first fill bourbon cask. It's bringing a vanilla underlayer.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh. Oh, and then the fruitiness shows up.
Yeah, it's just vanilla fruit, but with this ashy, smoky, filled swirl.
Yeah, it's lovely.
That's rich.
Look, I get it whenever people have strong opinions about things like E150 and chill filtering and all of that because they want their whiskey a certain way. Like,
this doesn't look like it had anything added to it at all.
Yeah. Well, in the Rule in the Tribe, we've said this 1,000 times already. The best whiskey is the whiskey you like the way you like to drink it. Now, somebody asked recently, hey, this is in the Patreon. Say, hey, can anti-snobbery become snobbery? Because you're so tuned into, are you judging my whiskey preferences?
Can it swing around? Yes,
can it swing around and then you shit on that person. And our definition of snobs is pretty much the dictionary definition. Mm-hmm. Somebody that is calling you out, on you, being a jerk for your personal preferences.
For an objective reality.
Right. So a person that is so unsnobby can in fact turn into a snob like that if they go attacking somebody that they're perceiving to be a snob.
Yeah. If you're attacking somebody else for their personal opinion.
Yeah. It's kind of defeats the entire point of the community.
Yeah, there's a difference between snob and just plain asshole.
Basically, we want everybody to feel very, very comfortable and confident sharing their personal preference, but that personal preference doesn't turn into a diatribe against other people's personal preference.
Someone saying, I disagree, I prefer the opposite.
It's like, great.
That's fine.
That's the point, to explore the preferences in the world of whiskey here. So with the chill filtering, this is my personal preference.
But saying, I disagree, and you're stupid.
Yeah, the chill filtering and the E150A, I get where people are coming from if they really don't like that. For me, does it taste good?
Yep.
And then right alongside that, are they also being transparent about it? Because if they're totally kind of trying to hide what's really going on and there's some shady stuff, that could lead me to dislike a company's products pretty quickly as much as I may enjoy the taste. Like, I'm not really...
This is turning into me a similar kind of ash nose that the Kulilas tend to have, which is this really briny smoke.
Briny, smoky, with the fruitiness right up there.
But the palate, the ending keeps getting sweeter.
And for that level of smokiness to show up and the fruitiness not get dominated, that's a respectable amount of fruitiness in there.
I really like this.
Yeah.
It is young. You can definitely taste the malt.
I was about to say, This does not taste like a very well-aged, matured, ancient whiskey where you
Ironic.
get these nuanced, the deep layers of notes. This is probably going to turn into something like magical, I'd say, in another 5 or 10 years.
Which is going to go recent special edition.
What was the age? Is this 10?
10, yeah. Already great. Okay, so this one is trippy. So this we've had this for a long time. Chris and Gina Griepp.
Chris and Gina Griepp, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
And I really hope I'm getting that last name correct. But
Griepp. Griepp.
So I hung out with these guys in Minnesota. We already did one of the bottles that they donated ages ago. We're just now getting to this one. And it is J. Carver, and we'll talk about it in a second, but they sent us this thing, but I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here's what happened.
Right.
At their wedding, they blended 2 whiskeys as a part of the marriage ceremony.
Okay.
Weller 107 and a bottle of Jefferson Small Batch, because it was each of their favorite whiskeys.
Okay.
They blended it, and that's what everybody drank.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And then they taught their whole wedding
Okay.
the toast.
Okay.
May you drink with us toast.
Yeah.
And their whole wedding of 200 guests did the toast together.
Yeah.
And he sent it to us on a USB drive. This is J. Carver, which is a Minnesota distillery.
Right.
And this is their Hunt Club, which is Minnesota rye whiskey finished in brandy barrels. Okay.
Okay, all right.
So, they call this double barrel rye because it starts with their rye and then goes into, I think it's apple brandy barrels.
Okay.
Right? And notice, definitely not chill filtered. Look at that.
Yeah. I'm going to guess the proof. Ready? Cool.
Just on the nose?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's 42.
I was going to say 45.
45.
All right.
40.
Oh.
We were both wrong.
There's more coming out of that nose than you would expect. Yeah. Definitely not in 50s.
Oh, it's got some slight musty grain funk, like rye funk.
The thing that's interesting about it so far is there's that musty element, but then there's also this sweeter, fresher element along with it. There's
but it's behind. It's buried behind the rye.
Yeah.
It's 80. If it's their normal rye, it's 86% rye, 14% malted barley. So it's just rye and barley.
It's a smoothed over, rounded off rye spiciness with a cream soda laying underneath it.
Yeah, I could see cream soda.
A little bit of citrus in there.
Oh, that's where it tastes like 40. It's invisible in the palate.
Yeah.
Just vanishes.
Yep.
It's sweet water and no rice spice.
What?
I can't find any of the spice.
I'm getting a little bit of the spiciness is not there.
No.
But there's an herbal quality to it.
Yeah, but herbal, like the way that a salad tastes before you put things in it. Like flat and plant-y. As opposed to like with the dressing and the vinaigrette and that kind of stuff.
I think I'm getting a little bit more than you, but directionally, yeah, I'm there with you. It does get much more subdued on the taste.
Okay, and that's starting to get a little bit of a ting to the very end. If you get really aggressive about spreading it around your tongue,
then
you have to really get aggressive.
There's a barrel note that shows up. Mm-hmm. A little bit of that bitter, woody barrel.
Ah, all right.
Speaking of brimstone, recently tried some, and holy F. That's a punch in the face.
Yeah, no kidding.
After making myself drink it, I started mixing it 1 part brimstone, 3 parts Bowmore, and
nice.
it was much better. I've gotten used to it now, and it's my favorite to put on ice.
Yeah.
So he's really taking the
brimstone out.
the beast of brimstone.
Yeah, he's mixing the brimstone with the
He's
sherry
mixing-
cask Isla and then putting it on the rocks.
Right.
That's not a bad idea. I'll bet it stands up to the ice.
Well, I'd be curious to see what that tastes.
In the new vault, we'll have the ice machine's already here for the new vault.
Is it quiet?
It arrived. Have no idea.
All right. Fat Trumpet 2. Wait. Peated Lowland whiskey is coming?
Yeah, so
my
from the
attention.
Annandale.
You have my attention?
It's already here, actually, if you can get your hands on Ailsa Bay. Remember when we reviewed that one?
How do you spell that?
Ailsa. Ailsa.
Okay.
Ailsa Bay, and it's so good that when I tried it, instantly became my #1 favorite lowland whiskey.
Yeah. Now, I think we should go out on the toast that the Griepps did.
I agree.
Here we go.
For our a little bit more personal unity ceremony, we found her absolute favorite bourbon, which is Jefferson's Small Batch, and my absolute favorite bourbon, which is Weller Antique 107.
The toast we have is actually over at the bar. This is an old Irish toast, and we have been watching a YouTube channel called The Whiskey Tribe. At the end of every episode, they do this toast. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us!
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.